Hello guys, Loghorizon here. Today we're going to check out my decade-old gaming PC. The platform is from 2011. Yes, that's 11 years ago. Well, if you're in 2022. It's a socket 1155 and paired with 32 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM clocked at 1600 MHz. Well, I have upgraded the PC, but the main platform is still the same. I have upgraded power supply and the graphics card, as well as storage and cooling capabilities. For the motherboard we have a DP67BG Intel Extreme motherboard. Now for the graphics cards, I paired it with RTX 3060 as well as a GTX 1070 in the second slot. The reason for pairing it with two graphics cards is the motherboard has an issue. It does not support UEFI VBIOS graphics cards, and the RTX 3060 won't run without the second card in. That's from a previous generation that supported legacy options. As you all know, Intel has dropped their support for all their motherboards, well, maybe back in 2018, around there, but you can't update the BIOS to fix any issues you have. Well, you can, but you're gonna need to go to sketchy websites and you won't be trusting what you download. And you won't know if it's gonna brick your board or not. So be careful with that. But first, the cleaning montage. So we can get the PC clean as well as lowering temperatures on the system.
Taking shots at the enemy, I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You were not as tough as got tracks and some music that you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got heart. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were half-nots. You were not as tough though. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were half-nots, who were not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were half-nots, who were not as tough as me. Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good. Fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about. Have your cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil your love with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent.
Hey guys, Horizon here. Today we're going to test out the i7 2600K. That's almost, well, it is a decade old, and let's see if it can play AAA games. Let's see if it's usable for anything else as well. Now, first off, I'm going to need to show you some specs. Here we have it, i7 2600K, standard bridge, 95 watts. If you go to bench and stress the CPU, you can see it runs at 1.28 volts because I've overclocked it a little bit. I'm not going to overclock it too far because it's an old system. I don't want it to be unstable. So we have it running at 4.2 gigahertz, paired up with NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070 Asus Strix model, 8GB VRAM, and we're also, you gotta remember, we're running PCI Express 2.0 16x, so it's old and slower. For the memory, we have 32 gigabytes DDR3, and it is running at 1600 megahertz. So there's not going to be any memory issues. Let's start testing games, shall we? First off, we are in CSGO. Okay, for game settings, we are running in 1440 by 900 using auto high settings. I'm gonna lower it so we can see the CPU bottleneck. There we go. I've lowered some of the settings. Apply changes. Let's go play a bot match. I can't use the MSI Afterburner overlay, so I'm using NVIDIA's performance overlay. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see the 1% lows, but we can see the 99 FPS and well, actually we can see the 91% also. That doesn't matter. Okay, we are in the game. A little bit stutter in the beginning, but it feels like it's moving out. What's the FPS? 120, 125. You're getting around 200. Getting around 200s now. But where's the other box? Oh, there. Again, not a bad experience. We're getting 228. Yeah, let's get out of weapon. Drops a little bit here, but still above 100. To 13. Totally agree. If you want to play CSGO, this is totally playable experience. You won't have any issues. Not bad. Totally smooth experience. I can play like this all day. This is on a 10-year-old CPU. Well, actually going on 11 years. So, actually a little bit older than 10 years. But this game is also old, so next up we're going to test a little bit more demanding game. First, can I get another kill, please? At least disabling the weapon one, wherever it is. Definitely not bad performance. The next game we are testing is Watchdogs Legion, the i7. So let's just get into the settings, shall we? Here we have it. We're running on 3060 of course, 1440 by 900, so this is definitely going to have a CPU bottleneck. For the quality, we are now, let's just go to a lower setting. Those settings. Make sure it's applied. Yes. Haven't started the game yet, so are in Watchdogs Legion. Oh, that does not look good. 27, 26 FPS. What's up with that? Okay, at least the performance picked up a little bit. And now we can use MSI Afterburner to see actual performance way better than that NVIDIA overlay. Frame time spikes is not too bad. We are getting into the 40s now. But certainly there are going to be drops. Here we are, driving in Watchdogs Legion. We are in London. See how the London folks are doing now. Therefore, frames. Let's see CPU utilization is up into the 80s. I don't think it will go higher. I'm not certain why, but it doesn't seem to utilize the CPU to its max. Maybe it's like the L3 cache being utilized and not more cores or, let's say, threads. Let's just count the FPS then. We are getting into the 30s here. Gotta remember, I am using recording software. I don't have a capture card, so performance may be a little bit better than you see here, because it's actually using around a few percent of my CPU. But it is actually GPU encoding, so it's not using the CPU for that, but it still uses a little bit of CPU. And with this old system, every drop is needed for more performance. Okay, not bad. We're getting 34 average FPS on Watchdogs Legion. You've got to remember the CPU is 11 years old. Okay, it is still overclocked a little bit from 4.4 with a turbo boost of 4.8 to 4.2 gigahertz, or 3.4 to 3.8 to 4.2, sorry. But still, it is playable, well, barely. It's not going to win any awards. It can go up into the 40s, but it's usually around the 30s. 1.1% low of 24. This game actually looks very good for low settings. If you want to play this game, you can buy it. It's playable, but you should probably consider upgrade very soon as well. Not bad in my opinion, playable, but not great. Okay, up next we're gonna test Spider-Man Remastered. Okay, now we're in Spider-Man. Let's just check out the settings. Displaying graphics. As you can see, 1440 by 900. So this is definitely going to have the effect of bottlenecking the CPU. And no upscaling method, but TIA enabled on the very low settings. There we go. Let's see the performance we can get in this game. It's released this year in 2022, but it's actually a 2018 game for the PlayStation. Anything above console experience is always best. We're getting 60s right now, 70s. That's impressive. Way more impressive than I thought. But I'm sure it's gonna drop. Okay, they were on the 50s and the 40s. Is it going to drop below 40? Doesn't seem like it. Well, let's start counting our FPS. If we can sustain an average above, let's say 50, this will definitely be better than the console experience. Because we are CPU bottleneck, we can also increase some of the settings and still be in a CPU bottleneck where the GPU can uplift the graphics quality without hitting any performance then. Not bad. Averaging 59 FPS with 1% layers of around 35 to 33. Frame time variation is not too bad as well. It's just, okay, yeah. When turning the camera very quickly, obviously, there's some time frame issues. But you need to remember it's rendering all sitting. It's not going to matter that much because you won't be turning the camera that quickly. It's not an FPS game. It's a single player superhero RPG game. Well, that's what I think it is. Let's just go up to the building and see the city from there. So we can pick the CPU maybe a little bit more. Wow. This game is really impressive. As you can see, it doesn't drop from 40. Well, deadly playable experience. There we go. I dropped it from 40 now, but that's not the usual case. It's when dropping straight from there. Pretty good experience in my opinion. If you want to play this game, you can buy it. Definitely. i7 2600K will play this game with an average of, let's say 60, because it is dropping sometimes, but it is giving us average of 63 to 64, but it's definitely playable. Next up, let's try higher settings, because some of the settings actually uses the CPU a little bit more. Let's get to graphics. Let's see what everything does here. This actually uses more GPU, so I'm going to leave it off. But level of detail uses a little bit more CPU, so let's try and put that to high. Traffic density will obviously increase CPU. Put that to the maximum setting it can go. Crowd density as well. High. And let's check the other settings. If I'm correct, ray tracing as well uses a little bit more CPU. So this will also use CPU. So let's see our performance now. Oh, it's dropping from 30. It definitely uses more CPU. Like I said before, I am using recording software, so you might just get 30 FPS in this game. All this. Just We start our FPS counter. So you probably shouldn't expect to play on high settings. Low settings is playable, but high settings on the CPU has definitely got some issues. It's still a usable experience, not very good, but I wouldn't play like this. So what settings will give you the magical 30 FPS constant? Because this is not it. Already dropping to average of 28. Let's just see if we can drop some settings. Let's lower ray tracing object range to half of what we have. Okay, we're actually getting a little bit more FPS, but not much. Let's try counting our FPS again. Will this give us the magical just 30 FPS? Will it already have given us that, but will it stay there? That's the question. Seems like it. We are getting 1% lows of 22, so the average and lows considered, this is an okay experience. It's basically like a base PS4, pushing it to its limits. So yes, you'll be able to play this game on low settings, medium settings, high settings even, with ray tracing enabled, but it's cutting it very close. You might want to think about the CPU upgrade if you want to have a 60 plus all the time. Not bad. Okay, and finally we are testing Star Wars Battlefront II. So let's just check the settings. As you can see, we are on DirectX 12 on a DirectX 11, not 12. Full screen resolution at 1440 by 900 at 100% resolution scale, medium quality settings. The reason for that is, well, the card will be the CPU will be the bottleneck for the card in any case of this game. So let's get into it. Play. Naboo. And here we are. Okay, a little bit of jumping in the frame times, but 90 FPS, not bad. CPU utilization goes up into the 80s, so that's actually using the CPU quite well. Let's start counting our FPS then. Where's the enemies at? Want to get some action. There we go. Come on. Oh, got you. Got you as well. This is like it's almost esports like smooth. You won't have any issues with this. Got you as well. Ah, I'm down. Okay, we have average of 84 FPS with 1% less of 43 and 0.1% less of 32. Really, really not bad. Maybe we should try and capture a flag or whatever this is. Command post, yes, let's capture a command post. Let's go for C, shall we? Oh, come on. CPU utilization actually goes almost to 90%. Huh. This is quite playable. So let's ask this question. Should you buy i7-2600K platform with CPU in 2022? Now, to consider this platform, you need to consider how many games do you want to play, for how long, because games in the next 2 or 3 years might not be playable. Excuse me, so I just get rid of you. Oh, Yoda gets rid of me. Okay, so the question is, if you want to play games now, AAA titles as well, like Watchdogs Legion, and maybe some of the new Assassin's Creed games if you want to. It should be playable, but you're not going to get 60. So you're going to get console-like experience. And if you want to buy the system, you need to consider the price you're buying it at. And you should be able to get this for like 60 to 70 US dollars, like a whole platform. You're not going to want to buy it for anything less because there's better CPUs out there for a better price. So you're gonna at least want to get the deal under $100 for CPU, motherboard, and RAM. Of course, you're gonna need to buy yourself your own power supply and graphics card and so on. But excuse me, I just want to try and attack Yoda again. I don't know. He's quite strong, isn't he? And I'm down yet again. Yoda is too strong. Okay, so for CPUs, you can look at like a 12100 or a 10100. They're going to be a little bit faster than this. Well, the 12100 is going to be quite a lot, so you're going to get almost double the performance. But at what price? So you need to consider platform cost as well. So should you buy this? Well, if your budget is very low and you know where to find a good deal, like on Facebook Marketplace or maybe eBay or just a friend or someone, if you can get something like this for under, let's say $60 to $70, got yourself a good deal, and you're going to be able to play anything out there at this moment for around at least 30 FPS if you have a good enough GPU. With a good enough GPU, I mean anything above like let's say GTX 960, 970. You should be able to get the same performance all the time. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, give a like and subscribe. If not, well, thank you for watching till this point. I didn't expect you to watch this far then, but thank you. Goodbye.